Hello coin collectors out there, welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. When I was brainstorming on what topic to make this video about, I settled on the fact that I was going to make a transitional error video. That's some of my favorite type of errors, and I was going to focus on the 1998 until 1999 quarters. Now, many of you know that is when a very particular transition occurred. We switched over from the regular Washington quarter, which had Washington on the obverse and then an eagle on the reverse, to the state quarter series. The state quarter series was very popular and very successful. It started off with the Delaware, then Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. I happen to have Connecticut right here, but this would really apply to any other 1999 quarter. Now, I was somewhat disappointed to find out that there weren't any verified mule error examples out there that were in the Cherry Picker's Guide. I also couldn't find any other verified mule errors out there online, just anywhere in general. But I did come across a very interesting article on the PCGS website, which dated back to December 3rd, 1999, which had the title Counterfeit Alert, Error Washington Quarters Appear on the East Coast. So that's what today's video is going to be about. It's going to be about counterfeit transitional errors instead of actual transitional errors themselves. So I think it will be equally as interesting, maybe even more interesting, to talk about counterfeit transition errors compared to the actual mule errors themselves. So a mule error occurs when you have a design that's kind of mismatched between two coins. So a mule error has the, for this particular coin that we're going to talk about, has the obverse of this design right here, but the reverse of this design right here. Now, all of the obverses should have lined up in 1999, but some of them apparently had this design right here on the obverse and this on the reverse. Unfortunately, those were fake. So those were being passed off as what was called the capped die error coins. Now, according to a Treasury Department issued statement in mid-December 1999, the Inspector General agents and private collectors are both finding some very questionable coins recently. Collectors between Massachusetts and New Hampshire, possibly even as far south as the Carolinas, are reporting counterfeit Washington quarter dollar coins in circulation, muling the obverse of the design struck in 1999 with the eagle reverse used on the denomination between 1932 and 1998. There were no indications that the Secret Service had been involved at that time, so it was kind of believed to be a small operation that someone was running. Now, they're passing these quarters off as capped die error coins because they didn't have the right diameter to them. I wasn't aware of what a capped die error was, so that led me to do some additional research. Figured I'd share that with you. So a capped die error occurs when the die smashes into the quarter with the design and implants the design on the quarter. However, the coin gets struck on the die, it caps the die, and then the next planchet comes in, and the quarter and the die that's capped on top of it slam into the planchet right there. And then this could keep on going on until this coin right here loosens up and falls free. Now, the problem with that error and why you don't see too many capped die error coins out there is because that really messes up the diameter of the coin. And the mint actually has a process in place where they have like a mesh sheet that has circles cut to the exact diameter that a quarter should be, and then the coins vibrate on that sheet and they fall through the holes. If the coin's diameter is too large, it shouldn't fall through that hole. So that's why the mint kind of has some quality controls in place to detect capped die error coins. But the ones that were counterfeit had a slightly larger diameter, and people were saying that they are capped die errors. Unfortunately, they are counterfeits. You also might see that there are there's a line going around the outside right here. This, unfortunately, isn't a valuable error by any means. Let me just kind of zoom in on this one right here. So this one happens to be dated 1998, which was what I was researching, and we've got these lines going around the outside right here. So this line that goes around this circle inside right here occurs when the coins are placed into a paper roll, and then that roll gets crimped very tightly. So when the crimping occurs, it can lead to coins scratching on top of each other. So it might have, looked something like this and then scratched a little bit. And that's why we've got the circle going around the inside right there. Now, that's not a valuable error, unfortunately. Wish it was, because I come across plenty of those that look like that. So that was a little bit of info about the potential 1998 to 1999 era coins, transitional mule era coins. But turns out that those ones that people have found, I believe it was a limited quantity, between 50 and 75 of them that were reported, but those tended out to be counterfeit. So the counterfeiters were busted again, and the good guys, the U.S. Mint and the Treasury Department, caught them. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you've got any recommendations on coin videos that I should make in the future, feel free to let me know. Best of luck coin collecting out there, everyone. Enjoy!